me and Noodle here again, and we're going to do episode 1, Lost Treasures, the Branch Mountain treasure. And at the end, we're going to give you a little list of other treasures. And if anything tickles your fancy or something that you really want us to cover, we're going to try to cover all of them on the list. But like I said, you know, unless you speak up and say, hey man, this sounds like a cool treasure, why don't you cover that one? We might just go down the list. So I suggest if there's something that you really would like us to cover, you know, just send it in, let us know, okay? And my apologies for not having I haven't had no email address for this channel. I'm gonna get it set up, and I will let you know. I'll post about that and let you know. That way it'll be a little bit more easier for you guys to try and get a hold of us here at the Trading Post, and let us know your thoughts on things, and what, you know, if there's any personal stories that you have, whether it's ghost stories, cryptid stories, just life stories, whatever, you know, you share them with us. You know, if there's different things that you found about that might be a good thing for us to cover, to try and do, let us know. We'll be glad to do it by any means. Me and Noodle's up for anything. Ain't we, Noodle? That's right. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this episode. Okay, and like I said, I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to get a little better every time I do this. Okay, I'm getting more familiarized with my editing and stuff like that. So I'm trying to do a good job for you guys. I'm trying to do the best I can for you. Okay, and I'm only going to keep trying to improve, because that's all we can do. Anyways, without further ado, this is episode 1, Lost Treasure, the Branch Mountain treasure. Thank you. Hey everybody, I'm back. I got to put old Noodle back up. Poor little guy, he's tired. Anyways, like I was saying prior to this, this is the Lost Treasures episode 1, Branch Mountain treasure. All right, we're gonna do a lot more of these too, just so you know. I'm gonna do a list of missing treasures for the next one. It's gonna be a short one, but it's only a partial list of the actual list. So just so you know, we got, let's see, what do we got here? We got 32 of them, of missing treasures, right? And I'm going to go over them. I'm going to brush up on them. And perhaps I'll do an episode on each one, depending on what I can dig up on each one. Or I might group several at once. Anyways, let's get back into what we're going to talk about here. And it's, like I said, this is the Branch Mountain treasure and the story based on it. Okay, so let's get into this, and we're gonna have we're gonna go ahead and jump into this. Okay, one of the best known tales of the Branch Mountain treasure, which allegedly included $40,000 in gold secreted by 3 deserting rebels who had robbed a Virginian bank during the early years of the Civil War. Okay, so this has been a while ago. According to a story published by the Moorfield Examiner, 3 Confederate soldiers robbed a bank in either Richmond or Fredericksburg in 1861 and passed across South Branch Mountain at the gap near Helmick Rock, south of Moorfield, before they reached the Cook Place in southern Hardy County. Legend of the Branch Mountain treasure says they buried the swag in a natural cave, a small one, under one of 3 cliffs on the northwestern side of Branch Mountain. The line for the cave was directly into the sun from a large flat rock down the side of the mountain. Since no one knows apparently when the sightings took place, it could be anywhere along a 45-degree area from that rock as the sun travels back and forth with the seasons. Wow. Yeah, it's going to be a tough one to spot, because you got to know the time in which they sighted it in the first place. Wow. That's a large expanse you got to check then. In any event, the law was supposed to have caught up with the miscreants, and one of the 2 either died in prison or en route to prison. The survivor made a map of the places where the treasure was cached. The flat rock that appears in the tale was supposed to be visible from the chimney of the Joe Cook house. Markings on the rock have the numerals 73 or 74. The directions on the map said that by looking directly into the sunrise from the chimney of the Joe Cook house, so markings on the rock have the numerals of 73, 74, okay, as said previously. The directions on the map said that by looking directly into the sunrise from the rock, three cliffs were visible. And the cave was on the left-hand side of one of the cliffs where there was an opening where a man could see through and could squirm his way into, and after he was inside, he could stand up. The treasure was supposed to have been placed in a hole on the inside of the cave along one side of the walls. The hole was covered with rock paper, okay? Now, the citation ends noting, the cliffs mentioned are located on the old Capon Road. The treasure was apparently never found, nor have any others that became such a precious part of the cultural tapestry. Has anyone heard that the alleged treasure was ever found? Okay. I don't know. I don't know if it was found or not. I'll have to dig a little bit more, and we might add to this video. At current point in time, I only got so much research done, which is why I'm where I'm at right now. Okay. So while us at the trading post do not encourage treasure hunters to trespass or interfere with private property owners, we do encourage day trippers and others who enjoy a drive in the country to consider this legend when driving the beautiful back alleys of South Branch Mountain. Okay? Don't break any laws if you plan on trying to look for treasure or whatever. Don't go places you're not supposed to go. Seek approval, where you can, if you can go there or not. It might be on state game land, it might not. You don't know. It might be a private owner. It might be posted property. You never know. You can get yourself shot real quick that way. Especially in the mountainous areas, you got to watch that. But apparently there has been a rumor in the eastern side of West Virginia ever since the Civil War that there is treasure, supposedly 40,000 in gold, buried in a cave located somewhere on Branch Mountain, which is in the Moorfield-Petersburg vicinity. According to the story, 3 Confederate soldiers robbed a bank in either Richmond, Virginia or Fredericksburg, Virginia. One of the robbers may have been killed at the scene of the robbery. The other 2 hightailed it for the hills. The story goes on to say that they arrived at the family farm of the Cook family. Okay, the soldiers stayed at the Cook farm for some time and buried their gold in a small natural cave under one of 3 cliffs on the northwestern side of Branch Mountain, according to some people. Okay, the cave was in a direct line with the sun from a large rock located on the side of the mountain, which we've already previously said several times. Now, we all know that the sun does not follow the same path year-round. Its arc, if higher, is higher in summer and begins at a different place on the horizon from day to day. As the days grow shorter and longer, so being in direct line with the sun isn't much help unless you know exactly what time of year the treasure was hidden in the cave. All right? So after a time, the 2 robbers were arrested and sent to prison. One died there. The surviving soldier drew a map of the location of the money, and according to him, the cave was visible from the chimney of Joe Cook's house. The cave opening was very small, but a man could crawl in and stand up inside. The gold was placed in a cavity in the cave and concealed with rock paper. So, if you feel like buying property on Branch Mountain, camping on Branch Mountain, or taking a hike through the beautiful fall woods of Branch Mountain, Mountain Trail, and seeking fortune while you're at it, maybe you'll be the one to find the lost treasure. You never know. It's possible. Just because others haven't found it doesn't mean you won't be the one to find it. So don't cut yourself short. All it takes is luck. A little bit of chance and a little bit of luck. So, maybe, who knows? Maybe an old farmer might have found it a long time ago, never said nothing, and spent the money thriftily. You never know. It's always a possibility because there's a lot of stuff that has been lost and found discreetly throughout the years. There's a lot of artifacts, probably, I'm sure. A lot of documents. Who knows? Maybe scrolls. Ancient artifacts, that priceless stuff that just probably got lost to time because somebody found it and just kept it. Locked it away in a safe box or who knows what, and just never really came out with it. Something that they kept close to their chest. Because something like that, it's hard to tell how a person's going to react when they find something like that, because you never know. Hell, I don't even know how I would react. I'm sure I'd want to be a little bit quiet about the discovery myself. I'm not going to sit there and brag and yell at the top of my lungs from street to street. Hey, I found this. Oh, no, I ain't doing that. That's just stupid. That's asking for trouble. Because every Tom, Dick, and Harry's going to want to pop you in the ass as soon as they find you. Take what you got or what you found or what you earned. So it's just like hitting the lotto. You don't want to publicize that, that's for sure. But anyways, there's different things. It's I've heard statements. They say that it was for these people to actually, after they robbed the bank, okay, if they was going from, where was it, Richmond? I think it's they said Richmond would have been, for them walking roughly, would have been probably 60, I think the people said it's 61 hours, roughly, for them to walk that. It's a long haul. And for them to go from Fredericksburg to where they went to would have been 44 hours, according to what I've heard. How true that is, I'm going to have to dig into that and look it up when I add on to this with the rest of it. And we'll go ahead and catch up on that. But we got to see if I got to see if I can dig some more up on this. So far, this is all I got. Okay? And I'm sorry about that. But we're going to add to it. We're going to make this bigger because I'm not putting this out with what little bit I got right now. But there's also something said about supposedly rumor that federal troops seized, what was it, $30,000 from Weston. So perhaps, maybe that might have been part of the actual overall treasure. So maybe if that's what they did, and they confiscated $30,000 in gold, well, there's another 10,000 somewhere. Whether the two thieves took it and buried it somewhere, or they just left it in the cave, who the hell knows? At that point in time, it's just guesswork, because we don't know for sure. None of us do. But I'm just going to be honest with you, that these legends, these lore, and these any of this stuff that we get into that's been, who knows how many years, say it gets 50 years past, 100 years past, a lot of time has passed. So you got to take that into account, okay? If you go to look for a lost treasure and, the legend says, oh, it was right here by the base of this tree, whatever. Well, you gotta account for how long that story has survived. When did that story originate? How long has it been? So at that point in time, then your question would be, okay, let's just, as an example, they're saying, okay, there was a treasure of, let's just say a treasure of $50,000 was buried right here, supposedly at the base of this willow tree, right? Let's just use a willow tree because it's kind of a pretty problematic tree when it comes to some things. So if there's $50,000 buried at the base of a willow tree, and it was buried, let's say, 100 years ago, do you know how expansive, in this example, that a willow tree's roots go? These like weeping willows, okay? Their roots run deep. Let's just say that. And that is as true as it can get. All right? They can expand for, I don't even know what the existential length of it is, but I know it could probably go a mile or more as far as roots go with trees, because those are well known for searching for water sources. Hell, they've been known to tear up drainage systems and water lines and everything else, searching for water, because they reach so far. But for instance, in this example, okay, if there was $50,000, it was buried at the base of a willow tree 100 years ago. Let's say that willow tree was a damn sapling at that point. Okay, in 100 years, that's a big tree. That's a big damn tree, and it's got some roots to it. So at that point in time, your question is, okay, you're not going to dig down a foot. You're not going to dig down less than a foot and find it. It won't happen, because more than likely what had happened over time in this scenario is the fact that you have a high likelihood that roots could have pushed that treasure, whatever container it was in a box, an ammo box, whatever it is, a metal barrel, who cares, whatever the container is. These roots could have pushed it down deeper into the ground and further out, okay? So, and as far as me saying deeper, it could have only pushed it a couple inches deeper, but it could have pushed it 5 foot out further. Just as a minuscule example. You know, so when it comes to these treasure hunting adventures and stuff like that, people get to go on. And anybody that does treasure hunting, you know, and this is my assumption because I don't personally know anybody that goes out and does treasure hunting. I personally would like to do that myself. I really would. But the point is, if you know anybody that goes treasure hunting, they're going to be able to pinpoint and they'll be able to tell you the pros and cons of certain things. You know, certain types of ground, certain areas, whether it's higher elevation, lower elevation. They're going to be able to tell you about certain types of particular situations that only a person that hunts for treasure that does that kind of stuff would be able to do. That, or, well, I can't put out like geologists, okay, scientific types that would know those type of facts, all right? But people that are into treasure hunting, I'm sure they've run into their roadblocks and their deterrents, and they've learned, you know, throughout the course of their time doing treasure hunting. You know, what to look for, what not to look for, what to know to avoid, what not to avoid. You know, it's just like anything else. Okay? Just like anything else. But anyways, enough of my ranting and raving, and I just wanted to get that out there and try to, you know, let that settle with y'all. And I'm going to go ahead and get back to work on this. I'm going to do some more research, and I'm going to try to add another video onto the back of this one and edit it in. And then that way we're going to have a little bit more time spread out on this episode instead of it being so short. Okay? Because I really did get a skimp amount of information on this. It may be the only information I can get, but we're going to find out, and I'm going to try and dig deeper. Okay? Just as I always do. All right, you guys, hang tight. We'll be back. All right, 19. Confederate gold. Considered legend, lost circa 1865. Gold from the Confederacy, lost after the American Civil War. Okay. Number 20. The Twin Sisters. Existence is confirmed, and it was lost circa 1865. A pair of cannons used by Texas military forces during the Texas Revolution and American Civil War. Considered the Texas Holy Grail. Okay. Number 21. Tokugawa's buried treasure. Considered legend. Lost circa 1868. A legendary treasure allegedly buried in Mount Akagi by the Tokugawa shogunate. And it says that's disputed, but that's what they got on here. So 22. Kruger millions. Considered legend. It was lost circa 1902. Millions of gold pounds presumed to have been produced by the Boer forces in the South African Veld under order of President Paul Kruger. The money was believed to fund the purchase of weapons for the Boer commandos. The funds went missing, believed to have been buried or hidden somewhere in South Africa or taken by Kruger to Switzerland. Okay. Now number 23. Crown Jewels of Ireland. Existence is confirmed and it was lost circa 1907. Excuse me. Heavily bejeweled insignia of the most illustrious order of St. Patrick. It was stolen from Dublin Castle in 1907. Now number 24. The Tsar's treasure. Existence partially confirmed, and it was lost circa 1909. Okay. It was $3 million in newly minted American double eagle coins sent to the Russian Baltic Fleet, an $800,000 U.S. government shipment in mixed coin to the American Atlantic Fleet, and the confirmed loss of $500,000 in passenger effects, all 1909 values. So this is far higher than what it's saying. Okay. And passengers' effects were lost when the RMS Republic foundered. Okay, so that's a massive amount of treasure. Oh my God, that's ridiculous. Okay, number 25, Romanian treasure. Existence is confirmed and it was lost circa 1917. The gold reserves, approximately 120 tons, according to their calculation, of the Romanian government and other valuables sent to Russia for safekeeping during World War I. These were mislaid after the October Revolution, and only some of the objects and none of the gold reserves have been returned as of 2018. Wow. Number 26, Florentine diamond. Existence is confirmed and it was lost circa 1918. The yellow diamond with Indian origin. It's literally all it says. I'm sorry, you guys. I'll have to look into more than that if I do an episode on that, because definitely going to need more than that information to do an episode on. Anyways, number 27, lost Imperial Fabergé eggs. Existence is confirmed, and they were lost circa 1922 or later. Now, there were 7 eggs in the Imperial series that are missing. 1886, it says the hen with sapphire pendant egg was last seen in 1922. 1888, I don't know why it's giving me these dates. That must be when it was made. 1888, the cherub with chariot egg, last seen in 1922 as well. May have been exhibited in New York City in 1934. 1889, the necessary egg, sold by Wardsky in 1952, has not been seen ever since. In 1897, you have the mauve egg. It doesn't say nothing about that. 1902, the Empire Nephrite egg. Doesn't say no more about that. 1903, the Royal Danish egg. Doesn't say anything else. 1909, the Alexander III commemorative egg. And doesn't say no more about that one. But obviously, they're all lost, according to what I got here. 7 eggs of the Imperial series are missing. So they're all lost. Number 28, the Just Judges. Existence is confirmed and it was lost circa 1934. The lower left panel of the Adoration of the Mystic Lamb, which was displayed at the St. Bavo Cathedral in Ghent, Belgium, was stolen during the night of April 10th, 1934. And got a lot of people with a lot of sticky fingers in this world, huh? That's all I got to say. Now, number 29. Dutch Schultz treasure. Considered legend, lost circa 1935. Fearing imminent incarceration, notorious Depression-era gangster Dutch Schultz was said to have buried $7 million in cash and bonds somewhere in the Catskill Mountains of upstate New York. He was gunned down shortly thereafter, together with his associates, and as they did not disclose the location of the stash to anyone, the exact burial spot remains unknown. Treasure hunters still dig around for the loot to this day, although its existence has never been confirmed outside of gang lore. Well, I guess old Brooklyn Bob is going to have to look for this one, huh? What do you guys think? Anyways, let's go on to number 30, Royal Casket. Existence is confirmed. It was lost circa 1939. Memorial containing 73 precious relics that had once belonged to Polish royalty, looted by the Wehrmacht during the German invasion of Poland at the beginning of World War II. That's all we got on that one. So let's go to number 31, the Sword of Islam. Existence is confirmed, and it was lost circa 1943. It was a ceremonial sword presented to Benito Mussolini in 1937 from Berber collaborators in Italian Libya. It disappeared in July of 1943 after his summer residence was destroyed by the Italian resistance. Okay, now we got number 32, the Peking Man. Okay, existence is confirmed, and it was lost circa 1941 to 1945. Fossil remains of these are fossil remains of Homo erectus dated 500,000 years old. They was lost during World War II in China in 1941 when the U.S. Marine Corps moved them out of Japanese-occupied Beijing, or may have been on the Awamaru when it sank in 1945. So they're still confused on that. They don't know which one it is. But anyways, those are the 32 that I picked out of the numerous amounts. And I'll do more lists. We'll do some more lists here in the future. Do another 20, 30 in a bunch. And if you guys comment on any one of them that was on the list that you really want me to do, then I can make that a priority and try to do my due diligence and get you an episode out for that specific one. You know, there's a lot of other treasures. I'm going to touch up on a lot of stuff. I mean, a lot of Wild West treasures, a lot of sunken sea treasures, shipwrecks, pirates, loot, and stuff like that. We're going to cover a lot of stuff on this. There's a lot. There's a lot out there. You know, so we're gonna definitely do what we can do here at the Trading Post. We're gonna take care of you guys. We're gonna get you some entertainment here, get you some stuff to really make you think. You know, hell, for all you know, you might want to just grab a metal detector and go out and go start looking. You know, I'm sure there's local treasures around you, state, whether it's in your state, in your country, whatever. You know, a lot of times you probably don't even know it, but if you look it up, you'll probably find some stuff that's local that you may never have heard of. You know, back in the day, there was a lot of train robbers and bank robbers, and they've had them all throughout the years, ever since banks and trains have been in existence. So, you know, same with ships. I mean, ships have been looted for, God, how long? Long time. So there's a lot of treasures laying under that water, probably buried under so much sediment. You better get your shovel ready and get your scuba equipment ready. You know, but there's a lot of interesting treasures. There's a lot of interesting stories behind those treasures, and you know, the legend and the lore behind them. And we're going to cover those. We're going to do the stories on them. You know, and that's what I want to do. I want to make it interesting for you guys. I want you guys to know that this channel it's all about variety. Okay. Some people that don't like long stories might like just the shorts. So I do shorts. Some people that, you know, like the informative educational stuff, you know, they might just want to listen to that. Some people might want to listen to the comedy. They might want to have a laugh. You know, we all want to laugh, I'm sure. But there's some people out there that's really serious. You know, they don't really laugh very much, which is sad. But if that's the way they want to live their life, that's fine. There's no judgment here, you know. But I'm trying to bring a broad spectrum of things for everybody so we can all come together and just enjoy ourselves, you know. You enjoy what you enjoy, I'll enjoy what I enjoy. and so on and so forth down the line. But we're all part of the Trading Post family here, and there's no judgment. Never will be. Okay? If you guys have anything that you want to comment, you want to let me know, anything that you've looked up or anything that you've heard of that you think might pique my interest, or maybe you might want me to do an episode on, by all means, throw it down there. Let me know. And as a matter of fact, I kind of neglected this, and I never set up an email for this YouTube channel. I'm going to have to do that here shortly. And when I do, I'll let you know on the episode after the fact I get it done. Okay? And it's my apologies, because that was me. I guess I dropped the ball on that one. I didn't even think about it because I was doing all the other stuff, and I work a lot of hours too, so it's just constantly busy. But anyways, it's no excuse. I know you expect the best out of me, and I'm going to strive to be the best I can be every day and try to be better, try to improve. That's what we got to do. That's what this life's about. Don't let yourself get stagnant. Don't let yourself slack off. Don't do that. It's not good. It's not healthy for you, mentally, physically, emotionally. It's not good for you. So don't do it. Okay? Keep yourself going. Okay? Keep challenging yourself every day, even if it's just a little bit. Okay? I'm here to encourage all of you out there. If there's a goal you have in mind, you can reach it. Just set it in your mind. Just set that goal in your mind and lay out the steps that you need to take to get to that point. And you will get there. Don't get discouraged, because there's always obstacles in your way. That's a part of life. We all deal with it. Every one of us do. Okay? And I'm sorry for my ranting and raving here, but, kind of get off on them tangents, and I don't mean to. But the point is, I'm sure you see where I'm coming from with this. Okay? Don't let yourself get stagnant. Okay? It's not healthy. All it does is it hurts you. It's toxic for you. So, just try to grow a little bit each day. That's all we can do. Try to grow and improve. We're all human. We all make mistakes. Nobody can judge you for that, because we're all human. Nobody's perfect. Anyways, this is, what was this? Episode 1, Lost Treasures. Okay? I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and we're going to go ahead and do some more. We're going to roll some more out. But I apologize because I didn't get all that much information on this first one. I kind of threw that list in there to kind of give us a little bit more beef into the episode and give you a little bit more of an idea as to some other stuff we can look into. If there's anything that you can pinpoint out of that list that really kind of catches your eye and you want me to cover, throw it down in the comments, please. Please do. Okay? And that'll be it for episode 1 of Lost Treasures. All right. Thank you, guys. You have a good one.